Sounds good.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Multiplex Movie Melee. We got a singles match here for you. Got ourselves, I think, a pretty good one. We got Amaru Moses going up against Will Cohen. A couple guys, coming back from our singles tournament. Probably want to make a splash after, having to deal with somewhat early exits from there. Got Jack here with me. How you doing, Jack? What kind of match you think we got here today?
Oh, I think we've got an excellent match on our hands. Amaru and Will, two people that are have shown to be very skilled in movie trivia. I'm very, very excited to see what happens here. Honestly, could go either way.
Excellent. I bring on our first competitor, and I bring in Will Cohen, his manager, Mr. Jake Meltzer. Guys, how you going? Say how you going.
I'm doing great. I have a really loud kitten, meowing, in the room next door. So that's always fun. But no, this is a match I've been kind of excited about. So I'm kind of interesting to see how this one goes.
Yeah, I'm excited about this one too. I think maybe on paper, because when you guys were in the singles tournament, you were pretty close in rank. I think Rue was a couple spots higher than you, but I think there's a sense around here. I mean, listen, everybody loves Rue. It is literally impossible to dislike him. If you do, please leave. But on the other hand, and Will is people kind of give him crap for liking the Chipmunks, but I think there's a lot more to Will than just that and his top hats. And I think he is ready to show it today. I'm really excited to be here. I always love being in Will's corner, and I'm ready to see a good one today.
Pretty bad and top hats. Well, say goodbye to you for right now. Jake, bring in your competitor, or your opponent, Mr. Amaru Moses, as well as his opponent, Scott Harvey. Amaru, you just told me how to correctly say your name. How am I doing on that?
I was literally gonna say I am just happy at the way that Mark pronounces my name. That's what I'm here for. I appreciate it. It's beautiful. Doing well.
It only took how long have y'all known each other now?
2 years or so.
Yeah. I'm excited too for the match. Rue, I feel like I never get to manage you. I don't know what it is, but it's like interfaction conflicts or scheduling, stuff like that. But this is only the second time I manage you. But I'm looking forward to it. You're always somebody who's fun to watch. And I think this is a great matchup. Will's a really good player. I know I just played him in teams. So I think this is going to be a very competitive game. And I think Rue's got this.
All righty then. Go ahead and get started. We'll take Scott off momentarily. And we'll just get into round number one. It's going to work like this. You're going to get 8 questions from 8 general movie categories. You're going to have 15 seconds to write the answer down on your whiteboard. At the end of the time, you will show and verbalize your answer. Each correct answer is worth 1 point. And if you get all 8 correct, you're going to get a bonus question, also worth 1 point. And you also get 3 repeats and challenges throughout the match. You ready? You guys ready?
Let's do this.
Yes, sir.
All righty. Get started. Your first question in the category of sports. What disability does Adonis's daughter, Amara, have in the Creed films? Slightly tripped up there, but we're thinking we're gonna be okay.
That's okay. I didn't notice. I just thought it was internet issues coming to kill me once again.
We all have those problems. At the very least, they happen at the beginning of the match. 5,
Yes.
4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. I'm going to start with Amaru.
She's deaf at the beginning as a baby in Creed. She was hearing impaired, so that in brackets.
All righty, Will.
I just said she's deaf.
Both are acceptable. Both correct. Starting off 1-0. Jack. Or what am I saying? Jack, just kid. Let's keep going.
All right, sounds good. We'll get on to your second question of the match, which comes in the category of 2000s. Your question is, In what 2006 sci-fi film does a character ask another character to pull their finger before being shot and killed?
You done that one?
Been shot and killed? I can't say that I have, although it's bound to happen with how many people hate me in this community. And
That wasn't the way I was going with it, but all right.
I figured.
3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's go to Will.
I don't think that's the right answer. I said shoot him up.
Okay, Amaru.
I am Will's face right now. Total Recall?
Both are incorrect. No perfect rounds. This match, we're looking for Children of Men. Children of Men.
Oh, man.
I need to see that film. Jesus.
Yeah. Moving on to your next question in the category of action adventure. Simply, who directed The Crow?
Yeah, Will said he has to see Children of Men. So do I. I've seen the first 20 minutes ish, and while I was in the emergency room one night, and then it got really busy with doctors, and I never was able to get back to it. Hope to.
That explains a lot. 5.
Heard great things.
Repeat, please.
1. Okay, just beat me. That is Will's first repeat. Question again: who directed The Crow? I was wondering, you got in the first 20 minutes of Children of Men and thought, oh man, why the hell would I finish this? And we just
Nah. For a second, not what I thought you meant by explains a lot. But
4, 3, 2, 1, pens down. I forgot, right? It's Amaru. Yeah, that's right. We're with you.
Alex Proyas.
Okay, Will.
Alex Proyas.
Both are correct. Good pull on that one, Jack.
right. Still tied as we get into your next question, which comes in the category of coming of age. Your question is, in Ferris Bueller's Day Off, what specific lie does Ferris make up to get Sloane out of school? Now, this is a movie that I have, in fact, seen, and it's fantastic. Certain 14-year-olds that have Letterboxd may disagree, and you know what? To them, I say, why do you? What the hell are you doing? What are you doing on Letterboxd? If you don't know who I'm talking about, ask Kirk.
4, 3, 2, okay, 1. Pens down. I just got to gather this. Will.
I said her grandmother died.
Okay. Amaru.
I said his mother is in the hospital.
Grandmother dying is what we were looking for, so we'll get the point on that one, taking the 1 point lead. Moving on to your next question in the category of biopics. Robert Shaw plays King Henry VIII in what biopic? I will say, Jack, kind of going back to the last one, I don't know if a lot of us are going to be, trying to find, 14-year-old girls asking their opinion on movies. I don't think a ton of us are probably going to do that.
No. Here's the thing. I was made aware of this review. Actually, no. I was made aware of this account because of the review for a B movie, which is an abomination. And you know what? I heard about this review as well.
Repeat.
It was absolutely infuriating.
So Will's second repeat. Question again. Robert Shaw plays King Henry VIII in what biopic? I gotta tell you, I think the more you explain this, Jack, the more the plot thickens. I don't know where to go with this anymore.
This is fair. This is fair.
I don't know if we should keep talking about it.
Kirk's son has Letterboxd.
3, 2, 1. There we go. Pens down. Let's go to Amaru.
Jaws is a movie he's in, right?
Yes, that is. Will.
I just guessed Elizabeth.
Both are incorrect. We're looking for a man for all seasons.
Okay.
All right,
Jack.
Jack.
Repeat for nothing. Great.
Yeah, with that, your next question will come in the category of the 1980s. Your question is, who stars as Steve Burns in 1980s Cruising? And to respond to Jake's comment here in the private chat, Letterboxd has a thing when you sign up. I'm pretty sure it's a box that you check that says I'm 16 years or older, so I don't know what's going on. But
Blame the developers. 5,
clearly.
3, 2, 1. Pens down, Will. Okay. Let's go to Will.
In my very shitty handwriting, it said Al Pacino.
Okay, I can get. Okay, Amaru.
Sounds like an Eric Roberts movie. I don't know.
Okay. Al Pacino is the correct answer. We will accept that. All right, moving on to your penultimate question in round 1 in the category of war. What industry does Kim Barker work for in Whiskey Tango Foxtrot?
Yes, whiskey. One of the things that I can't have, but for some reason have right behind my monitor. I have 2 little things of whiskey. I shouldn't drink because, medications, but they're right behind my monitor. And when Spence asked me why, I responded with 2 words. Just in case.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. All right, let's go to Amaru.
I just said news industry.
Okay, Will.
I said news broadcasting.
News broadcast. We'll accept both answers.
Okay.
And with that, Will maintaining the lead as we get into the final question of the round. Comes in category of Oscars. Your question is, John Cassavetes' last Best Director nomination was for what film?
I gotta tell you, Jack. I feel like I've learned a lot in a short time. I'm glad. I am. Feel like in this short round, I think we went through a real journey.
We did. If that's
2,
a good thing or not, I don't know.
1. Pens down. Amaru. Okay. Start with you, Amaru.
I just said a woman under the influence.
Okay, Will.
And I just went back to my stock answer, Elizabeth.
A woman under the influence is correct.
Nice. Oh.
Closing the gap within 1. At the end of that, I have Will in the lead with 5, Amaru with 4. Is that what you have, Jack?
That is indeed what I have, yeah.
All right, cool. Moving on to the wheel round, in which our competitors get a chance to spin our wheel. They like what they spin on the first time. They can keep it. If not, they can elect to spin again, but they must keep what they land on the second time. You're going to get 5 questions worth 2 points apiece, whatever category they land on. They can also check down to multiple choice for 1 point. There is stealing, so look out for that. The categories on tonight's wheel are post-1990 black cinema, comic book movies, written/directed by David Zucker, romantic comedies, as well as crime, 2000s, musicals, and westerns, as long as spinners and opponent's choice. Will, you are ahead, so you can pick whether or not you want to go first or defer. Here's Jake to help you out with that decision.
It's not the worst wheel in the world.
No. I feel fairly confident in it. But I'm kind of on an adrenaline high right now. I would kind of like to, have a moment to breathe, so I would like to go second.
Works for me.
Radio, goodbye. Wait for now. Here is Scott. Amaru, this is your
Nice pull on that Cassavetes question.
Thank you, Kirk.
That was a
Yeah.
pull.
And you land
Spin it again. Spin it again.
You don't even want to slow
No.
play it a little bit? Okay. All right,
Not
let's
at
go
all.
again.
Didn't even finish my thought, but well, give it the guy once. We're gonna spin that again. lands on romantic comedies.
All right,
Take it.
So,
I'll take
you
it.
got this. Grab the lead.
alrighty. Goodbye, Scott. Jack, would you like to say that? Do romantic comedies, Jack. I don't know where I was going with that.
I will give you your questions in the category of romantic comedies, if you're ready. Right, your first question. In She's All That, Matthew Lillard's character is famous because he was on what television show?
Multiple choice.
All right, your multiple choice options are A, The Real World, B, Days of Our Lives, C, Survivor, or D, Supermarket Sweep.
A.
A is correct for 1 point. Your second question. At what type of location does Loretta catch her father with another woman in Moonstruck?
Multiple choice.
All right, the multiple choice options are A, opera, B, bakery, C, museum, or D, library.
I'm going to go museum.
That is unfortunately incorrect. Will, the chance for the 1 point steal, is it A, opera, B, bakery, C, museum, or D?
I believe it's the opera.
Opera is correct for 1 point.
Okay.
Your next question in romantic comedies. Who directed The Breakup?
Five,
Five,
4, 3, 2.
Multiple choice.
All right, your multiple choice options are A, Nancy Myers, B, Amy Heckerling, C, Nicholas Stoller, or D, Peyton Reed.
Peyton Reed.
5.
That is correct for 1 point. And tie game again. Your next question. What romantic comedy will you find a character whose wife is cheating on him with a man named David Lindhagen?
Crazy Stupid Love.
That is correct for 1 point, or 2 points, sorry. And the lead. As we get into your final question, romantic comedies. In Mamma Mia, Here We Go Again, Donna and Sam's relationship after she learns what about him?
Adelaide, you suck. Multiple choice.
Is it A, he is engaged, B, he is gay, C, he lied about his age, or D, he's moving away?
Oh. I'm gonna just keep going with my guts on these and see what's happening. He's gay.
4, 3.
That is unfortunately incorrect. Will, chance for the 1 point steal. The options once again are A, he is engaged, B, he is gay, C, he lied about his age, or D, he is moving away.
I'm going to go with my gut and say he's engaged.
That is correct for 1 point.
Okay.
Yeah. And I'm going to spin. I have him at 8 points, and Will at 7 after getting a couple of those steals that we have, Jack.
That is what I have.
Alrighty. We'll bring back up the wheel, as well as back up the wheel, as well as Will's manager, Jay. And we will. Here's Will spin. I don't know. Let's see. Here's Will spin. I don't know what plan I'm on today.
Real heads know how great Mamma Mia, Here We Go Again is.
Lands on Westerns. Would you like to keep that or spin again?
I think we will spin that again.
Yeah, I'm not going to pretend. Let's spin it, please.
Yeah. No point.
Cool. You will have to keep what you land on this time, and it lands on crime.
Better than Westerns. Let's go.
Ready? All right, goodbye, Jake. All right, Will, I'll be giving you questions in crime. Are you prepared?
Let's do this.
All righty then. Your first question. In 22 Jump Street, Schmidt performs a slam poetry about someone with what name?
Let's go multiple choice.
Multiple choice options are A, Loretta, B, Roberta, C, Eleanor, or D, Cynthia.
Roberta?
That is incorrect. Going over to Amaru for the 1 point steal. Is it A, Loretta, B, Roberta, C, Eleanor, or D, Cynthia?
Loretta.
That is also incorrect. We're looking for D, Cynthia.
Interesting. Okay, I need to reroute that clearly.
On to your next question. Who plays the titular character in Bronson?
Oh. Tom Hardy?
That's correct for 2 points. Going on to your next question. What job does Suzanne aspire to have that she eventually gets in To Die For?
Just to be on the safe side, I'd like to go multiple.
Multiple choice options are A, actress, B, news anchor, C, author, or D, politician.
News anchor.
News anchor is correct for 1 point. All right, moving on to your penultimate question. In Goodfellas, Morris Kessler owns a business that sells what type of item?
Multiple choice, please.
Multiple choice options are A, wigs, B, neckties, C, watches, or D, shoes.
Shoes?
That is incorrect. Going over to Amaru for the 1 point steal. Is it A, wigs, B, neckties, C, watches, or D, shoes?
Wigs.
That is correct for the 1 point steal.
Nice pull.
All right, moving on to your final question in the category of crime.
Okay.
Who directed Law Abiding Citizen?
Let's go multiple.
All right, multiple choice options are A, F. Gary Gray, B, Antoine Fuqua, C, the Hughes brothers, or D, John Singleton.
You said this is the final question?
Yes.
Repeat those options, please.
All right, your options again. A, F. Gary Gray, B, Antoine Fuqua, C, the Hughes brothers, or D, John Singleton.
Antoine Fuqua?
That is incorrect. Going to Amaru for the 1 point steal. Is it A, F. Gary Gray, B, Antoine Fuqua, C, the Hughes brothers, or D, John Singleton?
F. Gary Gray.
That is correct for the 1 point steal. That Will gets his score up to 10. But Amaru with those 2 steals, tying it up at 10 as well. Is that what you have, Jack?
That is indeed what I have, Mark.
All righty. Moving on to our third and final round, which is our new Pick Your Poison round, in which our competitors have still been given 8 categories before the match. And now they will start drafting those categories. Whenever a competitor picks a category, their opponent will not be able to take that category. Once the categories are drafted, they will then be given the option of answering from the 4 categories they have picked at point values of 1, 2, 3, and 4 points. And the categories tonight they can pick from are animated, biopics, directors, action adventure, coming of age / teen, romance, actors and actresses, and scores and soundtracks. Now we're going to go ahead and start drafting those categories. Okay, since we're tied, I'm going to, Jake and there he is. There's Scott. Okay, since we're tied, I'm going to, you have first pick.
Ghostface, right?
Yes, I agree.
I'll go action adventure.
Keep forgetting people are doing codes for this shit now. We're not hiding the ball here. Let's just go animated.
Animated it is.
Yeah.
I really just want to say these. I'm thinking ODB. ODB was my second choice.
Yeah, I think that's best with what's left. Yeah.
Actors and actresses.
Okay.
Making me hungry for Chinese food now. Let's see.
I'm thinking COA.
Okay. Yeah, if you feel good about it, then I feel good about it. Let's do it.
You want to go with
COA. Okay.
Yeah.
Jizza or Redman?
So the category I like more is Jizza. I was thinking of where I could possibly pull a 1-pointer, and that was Redman. So we want to go with the one I like more.
Yeah, I think he's probably a little stronger in with Jizza, so let's take that.
All right, we'll go romance.
I really want to know what Raekwon stands for.
He's in there.
He's in there.
Sure he is. Don't forget you, God.
Sorry, Redman took his place.
Okay, there's 3 categories left.
So what are the 3 categories? Biopics, directors, and scores?
Soundtracks.
Okay.
Yeah.
You got it.
Or probably Ghostface, Raekwon, and Inspect the Deck, for all I know.
Fuck it. Should we... I
would rather get something. I think of what he is better at. Certainly in fandom, I would say scores and soundtracks. I would say between the 2 data data categories, pick which one you like better.
Let's... scores is telling... My gut is telling me scores. Let's do scores.
Yeah. Still.
That was Inspect the Deck. Raekwon is directors, but Scott, I want to go with biopics, which is Redman.
Yeah, I agree.
Biopics.
Righty. And Will, you will then take directors.
I'm glad that mystery is solved.
Okay. All right, and you guys know the drill. If you use the chat to help out your guy. Okay. And goodbye. Okay. All right, Jack, you good?
Yep.
Okay, just making sure. All righty. So with that, we're starting off with Will, since you are the lower ranked competitor. So Will, tell us what category we'd like to answer from for what point value.
Let's do scores for 1, please.
Okay. 1 point scores. Jack, I I told him his question is round number 2. Why don't you take him round number 3?
Sounds good. All right, Will, are you ready for your 1-point question in scores and soundtracks?
Let's do this.
All right. In what animated film will you find the songs Changes, Holding Out for a Hero, and Funky Town?
Shrek 2.
That is correct for 1 point and the lead.
And with that, be going back to Amaru, and now you tell me the category you like to answer from for what point value?
It's going to be biopics for 1.
Alrighty, biopics for 1. Now,
I have all 3 repeats left, correct?
that is correct.
Okay.
And now your
Both of you do.
biopics question for 1 point. Who plays Bela Lugosi in Ed Wood?
Martin Landau.
That's correct for 1 point. And go back over to Will for now. What is the next category you'd like to take for 1 point value?
Let's do directors for 2.
Directors for 2. Alrighty, Jack.
All right. Your 2-point question in directors. Who directed First Reformed?
Joel Edgerton.
4.
That
is incorrect.
Okay.
We're looking for Paul Schrader.
Okay.
Okay. With that, we'll stay with you, Will. What would be the next category you'd like to take for 1 point value?
No, don't we move over to Rue since he has more questions and they're tied?
You are right. You are right. Screwed up on that one. Okay. Amaru then.
Oh no, don't worry about it.
I'm gonna do romance for 2.
Romance for 2. Alrighty then. All right. Here's your romance question for 2 points. Ryan Gosling and Michelle Williams star in what 2010 romantic drama? Five, 4, 3, 2.
Place Beyond the Pines.
1. That is incorrect. We're looking for Blue Valentine.
Oh no.
Okay. And with that, now we'll go back to Will, since we're still tied up. For what category would you like to take for 1 point value?
Let's do coming of age for 3, please.
Coming of age for 3. All right. Take it away, Jack.
All right. In Stand By Me, while around a campfire, Gordy tells his friends a fictional story about a boy that enters what specific kind of event?
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
A hunting competition.
That's unfortunately incorrect. We were looking for pie eating contest.
Oh, right. Okay. Mm-hmm.
Okay. And with that, go right back over to Amaru. What category would you like to take for 1 point value?
I'm thinking actors and actresses for 3. Okay, I'm actually liking that. Let's flip that, as my manager has put something else in there. We'll go. We don't have that option, Scott. I would love it, but action adventure for 4.
Alrighty then. All right, mixing things up. I'll give you your 4-pointer. An action adventure. In what action adventure film will you find the planet Mongo? 5, 4, 3, 2,
Repeat the question.
1. All right, that is your first repeat. Your question again. In what action adventure film will you find the planet Mongo? Five, 4, 3,
Repeat it one more time.
2. Okay, that is your second repeat. Question once again. In what action adventure film will you find the planet Mongo?
Conan the Barbarian.
5, 4. That is incorrect. We were looking for Flash Gordon.
Oh, you son of a bitch.
Okay, with that, we'll be moving on with the only question that Will has available. Will is his only point value, which is animated. So, situation here is if Will hits this question, he wins. If he misses, we'll go back to Amaru, who will then will answer his last question. So, Will, you'll have to answer your 4-pointer in animation. Jack.
All right, Will, your 4-point question in animation. In what 2010s animated film will you find a drink called Kuchi Kamizake, made of fermented spit that one of the main characters drinks?
Five, 4, 3,
Repeat.
2. As your final repeat.
All right, your question once again. In what 2010s animated film will you find a drink called Kuchi Kamizake, which is made of fermented spit that one of the main characters drinks?
Five, 4, 3.
The triplets of
2.
Belleville.
That is incorrect. We're looking for your name. All right. Here is the situation now, folks. Amaru has he's the only person with questions left right now, which will be his 3-pointer in actors and actresses. If he hits it, he wins. If he doesn't, we're going to sudden death. Everyone's favorite thing.
Yeah.
One more repeat, Amaru. So here is your 3-pointer in actors and actresses. Who has appeared in films directed by Ridley Scott, Robert Zemeckis, and Jim Jarmusch? Five, 4, 3,
Repeat the question.
2, 1. All right, that is your final repeat. Question once again. Who has appeared in films directed by Ridley Scott, Robert Zemeckis, and Jim Jarmusch? Five, 4, 3, 2,
Tom Hanks.
1. That is incorrect. We're looking for John Hurt.
Head now.
We're going to sudden death.
Damn it. Do that fucking question.
Okay. Alrighty. Okay, Jack.
Hey,
Yes,
Rue. However this shakes out, this has been an awesome game.
Yes, it has. I mean, we both missed a bunch of questions, but hey, it's still sudden death anyway.
The audience is going to be pleased.
Okay. Here's everybody's sudden death. I think, in case you guys don't know, both hit it. We keep going. You both miss it. We keep going. One hits, one misses. We're done. Go ahead and get started. Your first question, sudden death. Who has played an archangel, a witch that rules over a land of eternal winter, and feuding twin sisters? That was a long one. Handsome. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Stop. Amaru.
Tilda Swinton.
And Will.
Tilda Swinton.
Both are correct. You keep going. Will, why don't you ask the next one?
Can I?
Or Will?
I will.
Jack.
I'll do it.
Ask the next one, Jack.
I mean, Bill can if you want. But no. I'll ask you.
Just go, Jack. Let's just go.
All right, for sure. Your next question, sudden death. What body part of Kubo's does the Moon King want in Kubo and the Two Strings?
Sudden death. Stress. 5,
I'm not a fan of sudden death.
3.
I mean, it's
2.
fun to watch. I just hate playing it.
1. Pens down. Let's go start with Will.
Hand.
Amaru.
Said heart.
Both are incorrect. We're looking for his eye.
Oh, shit.
I almost said that too. Shit.
Damn.
Okay.
We keep going. Your next question. In Giant, Bick visits a farm in Maryland to buy what?
You cut out the engine. Can I get a technical, please?
Yeah, I get technical. In Giant, Bick visits a farm in Maryland to buy what? Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Star of Amaru.
A horse.
And Will.
I also said a horse.
Both are correct. We move on. Check.
All right, your next question. What U.S. state does Breaking Away take place in?
Just think. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's start with Will.
I have no idea. I said Illinois.
Okay, and Amaru.
Said California.
Both are incorrect. We're looking for Indiana.
Oh,
Indiana.
that hurts.
We keep going. Your next question. Who plays Andrew Bennett's boyfriend Miguel in Philadelphia? Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Start with Will.
In my terrible handwriting, Antonio Banderas.
Okay, Amaru.
This hurts my soul. I said Carrie Elwes.
And your winner, Will Cohen. The answer was Antonio Banderas. Okay, with that, we'll say goodbye to Will for a moment here. Looking at the chat, Scott had to run, but Amaru, you went several questions deep into sudden death. It is taxing. You got you're able to to keep it close in round number 2, get some steals, able to get the at least advantage of picking first. Just so you couldn't pull out some questions around number 3, but overall, how do you feel you did this match?
I am kicking myself. You saw my reaction. Conan the Barbarian and Flash Gordon came in my mind simultaneously, and I said, "No, it's not Flash Gordon. It's not it. It was. This game should have been over." But no, I picked the wrong movie, or at least I just didn't say that, and that's gonna annoy me for a while. Melee is like this for me. I either know I get a lot of questions I know and I do well, or this is about what I get, showing that I have a lot of movie gaps, even though what I do know, I know very well. My goal is always to stay close and keep it close. And that's what I did. Damn, Flash Gordon. It's all right, though. It's all right.
Yeah, I don't think a ton of people love Flash Gordon or anything. It's fine. I think I do believe this probably ends your season. I'm not 100% sure. But whenever we do bring it back, because we will bring it back. You're sitting there 3-2, not a bad record. Who do you want to face?
Give me Tiz, Anthony. I feel like that'd be a fun match. Melee is I don't know. I just need somebody who I think I can again keep close with. But I just kept up with Will, and I know Will's really good. So yeah, Tiz, I like him. He's fun. Give me it.
And we'll bring you guys both in, 2 high energy guys. Say goodbye to you for now, Amaru. Thanks for coming. Bro, bringing her your winner today, Mr. Will Cohen, his manager, Mr. Jake Meltzer. We went how many? We went 5 questions into sudden death. It speaks for itself. It's always a fun time we go in there. I mean, I've been at that end of going to sudden death where feels like it takes years off your life, and you seemed excited when you hit that final question. But Will, overall, how do you feel you did today?
So before I answer that question, I pray to God that Amaru is backstage because I need him to hear this. Amaru has been one of the people that was like very supportive of me from the very get-go. He's the one who actually convinced me to sign up for Fandom when I had no confidence that I could be good at it. But it was his recommendation that I try. And that kind of encouragement, I feel has made me the player that I am. And speaking of encouragement, this guy right here has taken his sweet time when he is not trying to actually have a life to try and make me a better player as well. And I really feel that it shows. This is the first time I've done sudden death since my debut match. And I feel like this is a much better, much more competitive match than that one absolutely was. Vru has always been a good player. But I feel keeping pace with him, keeping pace with a player like him, maybe people will actually start thinking that I am too, or maybe, hey, I might start thinking I'm a good player. Who knows? Jake, what do you have to say?
If you didn't know already, now you know. And thank you for the kind words. I think it made me really happy watching this match, not just because you won, but because what advice I gave you before the match, you listened to it. That as a manager is always something that makes me feel really good, is when I put my 2 cents in and you can put it into action. That's why I do it, because it's seeing matches like this and how Will has developed as a player is this is why I decided I wanted to do this. And Rue is awesome, as a player, as a person. He played great. My heart did break a little bit because I was like, oh, he's gonna know Flash Gordon. My heart broke a little bit when it was he was right there. But sometimes it is better to be lucky than good. In this case, Will was both. So I'm excited for what happens next. He's had a really, really great year between singles and teams. And I'm excited to see the next step for him in both, for sure.
Well, speaking of the next step, you might be coming back. I only work here. I'm not 100% sure. So, but when you do come back, maybe this season, I'm not sure. Again, who'd you like to play?
So I'm trying to think of what my record even is at this point. It's like 2 above 500.
Yeah, you're 5-3.
5-3. Okay. So, hey Jake, you know who I hate to call out one of my own faction mates.
Oh my god.
But you know who this puts me in range of. And I know that everyone would just hate this match, and that's why I want it.
Okay.
I want to play Mar.
Oh boy. The beer civil war.
I
only approve of that if your large adult son can host.
Yes, make our beautiful boy host that match with us. Yeah, it'll be great. But in all fairness, whoever comes my way, I'm going to face. I'm going to face with the same, obviously sarcastic attitude, but also I'm going to pray that I make it competitive for them.
Alrighty, well, if we do make that match for you and Mar happen, unfortunately, you will be punishing the question writers for that one. But we'll see you next time, Will and Jake. Jack, feels like we've been here a while.
Yeah,
we lived a life in this match. Put a bow on this, please.
we did. All right. This was a fantastic match. Right down the wire, 5 questions deep in the sudden death. Those are always matches to watch, if they're not exactly the most fun to, host or play, but they're always good entertainment. And you know what? This was a great match. Rue played a hell of a game, just missed that Flash Gordon question to put it away, and Will was able to pull it out in sudden death. Great match. Can't wait to see what Rue does next season and what Will does later on in the season now with the next match he's got coming up.
Well, in terms of hosting this match, there are no challenges today, so I am very happy about that. We'll say goodbye to everybody here, especially for everybody sticking with us, and apologize to the editor for this one. I'm sure whoever does this may be upset. But thank you for being here, Amaru and Will, as well as our managers, Jake Meltzer and Scott Harvey. And this is Jack, old Jack Pinchuk. I'm Mark. Please, everybody, speak well.
Goodbye. Later.
After you, Junior. You'll always have Paris.
Bye-bye, boys.
Have fun storming the castle.
Think it'll work?
It would take a miracle.
Goodbye.